It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Seattle. It's the Rams and the reigning NFC champs on Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play. Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Connects with Kittle underneath. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now a 3rd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Connects with Kittle underneath. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Rashad Bateman. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams have struck first in this NFC title game. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They go play action with Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. In motion, the tight end. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jackson now. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Able to spin free. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Nick Bonito charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw is Mahomes. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fighting through at the 25. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now it's Jackson. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he coughed it up. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He finds Kittle going across the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. His fourth catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Flowers. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
In motion goes the tight end. Now it's Mahomes again. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Rams lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. 2nd and 10 as they've got it as we resume action. Here's Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
This pass down the field for Gibbs.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2nd and 5. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. That is caught and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Mahomes going to throw.
Connection made with Chenault.
This is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
That's out quickly to Bateman.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Missed.
He will not go down. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
72 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
So they had him bottled up, able to make a man miss, and then boom, off to the races.
And it's how he made him miss. A little bit of strength, too. Had to work through contact to get him off of him. And then once he did that, now he put his agility to use and took off.
Play action. Now Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
They'll run with Gibbs.
Shifts by him. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
And it's 17-7. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
In motion is Chenault.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now Mahomes sets up the screen to Robinson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Mahomes now to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Robinson up the middle.
And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, L.A.
And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Rams getting set to go now.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Throw caught by Flowers.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Here is 3rd and 5.
They'll set up a throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Mahomes to throw once more. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now here's Mahomes. A slant route caught by Bateman. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Rams offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down and 8.
They'll drop the throw.
Finds his man on the out route. It's Chenault.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Second down and 4.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Mahomes going to throw.
That is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. He's up north of 100 yards receiving now in this NFC Championship game. And it's a first down. Now it's Mahomes again. He'll find Bateman once more. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
In motion is Chenault. Robinson is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Sheds off the tackle. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jackson now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now it's Jackson. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have picked up right where they left off in half number one, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. From the 35, here's the second down and 6. Mahomes now to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mahomes looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 1. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's going deep for Bateman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Gets past 1 man. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 101 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized depth. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So a great... Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side,
It's the AFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through New England. It's the Titans and the Patriots, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Tennessee Titans and the New England Patriots. Hello to everyone watching. Joined by Brock Ewart up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And in a while, we're going to find out the answer to a question that fans have been asking for nearly half a year at this point. Who is going to represent this conference in the Super Bowl?
All of these coaches and players preach all season long, never look ahead. You can't do it, right? You've got to focus so much on the present. But you know that every man out there is so...
Only one of these teams will earn a shot at the Lombardi. The AFC title game is underway. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Young on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
5 men in the secondary for the Pats. 3rd down. Young working from the gun. Escapes the sack. He puts some air under it. Deep down the middle it goes. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack him today.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Barkley's got it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
So Tennessee headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Well, you know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 22 on 2nd down. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 13 on that play. And the Titans will have a first down. Out of the gun, Young. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And it's going to be 2nd down. Defense shows blitz. Young. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Sent down by Cody Barton. Champs move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. They get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
He has it at the 22. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Pats will take over. The Patriots offense headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Daniels on 1st down. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They send a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. And the Titans opted for a 50B, a nickel set, 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body, and in prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
So now here comes the Titans on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Escapes out to the left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Young looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunky yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a New England first down. Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. First down, and they go right back to him. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. From the 41. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now Daniels off the play action. Complete to DK Metcalf. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Throwing now from the gun. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Again, Daniels to the air. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's a gain of 4. And the Patriots will have a first down. Here's Daniels. He has it at the 5. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Working inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have second down coming up. Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, New England. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Young throwing here. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. Young working from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do it in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
His work begins at the 31. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Stopped on the play by Zadarius Smith. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 46-yard line.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He finds Pickens left side. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. So we're through one here in the AFC title game. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Foxborough right after this. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Patriots football. They'll have an easy 3rd and 1. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. This throw is caught. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Daniels from the pistol. And he brings it in for a New England touchdown. The Patriots pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Patriots double their lead to 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Has a man, it's Brown. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down from the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those choke throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Got a man, it's Mayer. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And look at this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Patriots and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Receiver in motion going left. Daniels on first down. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground. George Pickens, the intended target. And now it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Higgins makes the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Barkley trying this up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Got his target, it's Higgins. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a New England first down.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
It's caught Metcalf. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Second and 3 now.
Brings up second and 3 at the 22-yard line.
To the ground with Barkley. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Patriots will have a first down.
That's the third. Patriots, first down.
From the red zone now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They go with Barkley here. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Higgins, the man in motion right. Daniels throwing on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he has the New England touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Here's Slide to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots push their lead to 18. On now is Cook to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down by Rick Woolen. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 28. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Inside handoff goes to ETN. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Play action now, Young. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Rick Woolen with the INT.
You can see it right off the snap. They got a really good read on where that was designed to go. Having that extra defensive back, that nickel coverage, so critical on that interception. Give that defensive coordinator some credit. Had the right plan, the right personnel. These guys on the field made the right play.
The Patriots and George Pickens set for this next possession. There has been nothing that can stop them, so we got to assume this drive, Brock, likely going to end in a touchdown as well. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now, Daniels. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's good for the Patriots. 1st down.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning here in the 1st half. It's the Patriots, who have 2nd and 4. From the 34. Metcalf's got it, complete. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a New England 1st down.
That's good for the Patriots.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Again, Daniels to the air. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Up and good from Joseph. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now outruns their offense to take over. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Young. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Putting the tight end in motion. Young on 1st and 10. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
On 2nd and 10, Young. He'll get this one to Brown. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Young working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Another punt coming up for Rigoberto Sanchez. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. The Patriots and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And up a very comfortable 3 scores. Really no need to try and get anything here before the half. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That throw finds Pickens. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 36. Completed here to Pickens. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
So we're now halfway through deciding who's going to rep the AFC in the Super Bowl. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it's going to be the Los Angeles Rams doing battle with the Seattle Seahawks. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. The home teams and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. On target to his man Higgins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down, a run with Barkley. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They go to Barkley again. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Out of the gun, Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that 2nd level.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They go right back to ETN. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. He gets 6 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. Out of the gun, Young. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Titans will have a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Has a man. It's Brown. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that 1st down marker. 2nd and 3 now. They've got a man in motion. Sticking to the air, it's Young. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap now to Young. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Complete to A.J. Brown.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
At the 4-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Young. Has it in close. And he's brought down for a loss. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Young. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch, I will say.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans start the second half with some needed points. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the Titans get it back to a 14-point game. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They run it with Saquon. And he gets it forward and still about a yard out of that. Madden stopped by Alex Highsmith. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, and you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Throwing now, Daniels. Pass it down close. Touchdown, New England. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
Here's Sly to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots stretch their lead to 21. On now is Cook to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to ETN. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Defense shows blitz. Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Young to throw it. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Starts the return at the 34. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it'll be their football. Here's Saquon. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 46. Ferguson's got it. Complete. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Eric Stokes skinned there for the stop. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Running is Barkley. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Running back sent in motion. Daniels on 1st down. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Play fake here, Daniels. Complete out to the right. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. 3rd and just 2 to go. Here's Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Only one frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's Patriots football, currently in position to advance in the postseason. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. From the gun, it's Daniels. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. and 6 coming up here. They send a tight end in motion. 2nd and 6 now. And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Young throwing here. He lofts it deep left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Motioning the tight end now. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Barkley. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
It's caught. Ferguson. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A give to Barkley. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Cut near the goal line. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it, it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
For the Patriots field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Up and good from Joseph. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Here's Young on 1st and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Looking to throw, Young. We've got a screen to the running back. Jukes him, and now he's running free. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Young on 1st and 10. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Titans will have a first down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Patriots get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
Obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. It's a gain of 4. They're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8. On the handoff, it's Barkley. Broke through the tackle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a New England first down. Back-to-back carries here. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Barkley trying this up the gut. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Man in motion, headed right. 3rd and short, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They gain 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
To the ground with Barkley. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. They give to Barkley, left side. And he's going to fight his way down to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Pickens motioning left. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 18-yard line.
Daniels back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for George Pickens that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Again, Daniels to the air. This throw is caught. And he has the New England touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Here's Sly to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots continue piling onto this lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Titans and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. To the air on 1st down. Young. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
On 2nd and 10, Young. He's on the move. He's running for it. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Titans trying to do some window dressing. And the Patriots in the nickel for this 3rd down call. Shotgun snap now to Young. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
He's got it. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They go with Barkley here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of the guard.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. So this is a win for the Patriots. And they'll raise that Lamar Hunt Trophy high as champions of the AFC. And that earns them 2 more weeks of football until they head to the Bayou and fight for a Super Bowl. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from